it's been such a long time since I've done this that I'm probably on my sixth take right now, and I don't even know why. I'm just get so pissed off every time. But anyways, hi guys, I am here to do a book review, but it's actually not a book review. So over the weekend, I read a book called Cyntoia. For those of you that know who she is, Cyntoia Brown-Long is the young girl that got sentenced to life in prison when she was 16 years old for self-defense. The book opened a world that I think we need to really, really look into. And it opens your eyes in ways that I'm still speechless. I cannot do a written review about it. I have no words for it. You can hear as I'm stumbling across my words right now that I'm really trying to find the right words to say what the book was about. But she talks about what has happened up until the point of her being sentenced to her prison sentence. And what got to me, or not what got to me, what opened my eyes was the fact that, you know, when we think of sex trafficking, we think of, let me have a sip. When we think of sex trafficking, we think of children being kidnapped. We think of ugly black rooms, dark rooms with no light and no food for the girls, no starving them, selling them for sex, forcing them to do those things. That's all we see. We see the movies. We see Taken from Liam Neeson. We see those type of movies. That's what we see when we think sex trafficking. The book of Cyntoia Brown makes you realize that that is not just sex trafficking. I think we are so quick to judge our younger generations and our teenagers, and we're so quick as a community, as a culture, and I'm going to say a culture because it's a cultural thing, as a culture, to say a 16-year-old is ogat. I've got told that. I'm sure thousands of us got told that before, and the thing is, you're not. You know, while I was reading the book, I realized that she didn't even know that she was being raped. And the one thing that got to me about the book is that they say, they basically give a description and they explain that what 16-year-old understands anything about sex? What 16-year-old knows whether or not she wants sex? You know, according to the law, that whether they consent or not, it's still statutory rape, and it's still rape, which is right. But I look back, and if I look at when I was 16, if I had said yes, it would have been the dumbest thing I ever made, because what did I know about sex when I was 16? And we're so quick to tell girls, oh, they're ogat, but we forget that we don't know the situation. I'm currently I'm currently assisting on a case that is in the Atlantis court. The case sort of divulges quite into Cyntoia's, it's very similar to Cyntoia's story. And I listened to one of the victims, and I was so taken aback. And the funny thing is, you know, I've been through all of these things, and I'm still get taken aback every time I hear these stories. But we don't realize how our children are being sexually groomed, how our young girls are being threatened, or the spirits is being put down in ways that we are doing it. We as adults, we that have been there, are actually doing it to them. Because one of the girls who told me that, you know, she was told that she needed to do certain acts in order to not be sent certain things, or she was threatened. Basically, that's what happened. She was threatened. It was a whole grooming process. There was a lot of sex trafficking, but not sex trafficking for other people. And I think this is the best part of what the book is about, is that in the book she explains how her boyfriend uses her, and her boyfriend was basically a pimp, which she only realized years later. But the fact is that she realized it. But yet he was raping her. She was only 15, 14, 15, 16. She didn't know any better. So what does she know about sex? And that is the argument that people always say, what do these young girls know about sex? So we're so quick to tell them, yeah, but you're ogat, you want to keep you big. We don't know what goes on behind the scenes. We don't know if these girls are being threatened. We don't know if their self-worth is being questioned, or if they are being told that they can only prove themselves through those things. We don't know that. We don't. And I really would love one day for the focus so much to be on trafficking in a way that we actually see these things for what they are. For rape, it is what it is. It's rape. If you are grooming a 14-year-old and or a 15-year-old or even a 16-year-old, you think she's 16, you think she's an adult. She is not an adult. What the hell does she know? She isn't an adult. I was 16, I was dating a 25-year-old. What the hell did I know? I knew shit. That was, okay, we didn't have sex, but if it had been, it would have been rape. He was 25, I was 16, I was still underage. I thought I knew what I wanted, and I've made these posts about these before. Instead of helping these girls, instead of encouraging them, we are so quick, and I see it in Cyntoia's story, because we are so quick to say that, oh, but they're keeping them big, they're too oud for the age. How are they oud for the age? What are they doing that makes them oud for the age when they don't know any better? When we as adults are going to them and telling them, but why are you keeping you so big? Why are you acting like an adult, and we shouldn't be doing that? Instead of encouraging them and telling them, but baby, this is wrong. Girl, you don't need to do that. Sister, that is not how life is supposed to be like. Nobody should be doing those things to you. I'm waiting for the day where I can see that happening more than I see the auntie in the road saying, "Maar sy dra 'n kort miniskirt." I'm waiting for the day where we as the older generation could I'm waiting for the day that we as the older generation and the more educated generation, if you want to put it, or the more knowledgeable generation, don't judge these girls because of what they think they see from the outside. The book with Cyntoia was so it grabbed me in such a way that I realized for a split second I was one of those people. For a split second I was that person that said, but you brought it upon yourself. And that is what we need to abolish. That is what we need to get rid of in our society, in our mindsets, and all of those things. Cyntoia obviously didn't have a perfect childhood. She always felt left out. And how many of our girls do that? How many of our kids feel left out? Because of being an outcast, she then went into all the bad things. And, with that, I mean, even we used to do it. We used to find ways that made us feel good about ourselves. I mean, at some point we all did it. If it wasn't guys, it was something else. It was the drinking, it was the partying, it was the sex, it was something. When you got older, you found a way to escape, and that was her way of escaping. But in the way of escaping, it became a point where it was all she knew and it was all she felt. At some point she felt like, this is what life is. She didn't know any better. When are we going to tell the girls that there is better? There are girls that, yes, we do it on social media. We do it on whatever platform it is that you've been given to do it. I do it on my platform all the time. But how many girls are going to see it? How many girls that are in that situation is going to see what I'm telling you right now to do? Whereas you that walk past the girl that might not have a phone to be able to view this can easily go and tell her. If you see that she is doing something or he is doing something, you can just go up and speak to them. There is nothing that holds us back from being the generation that can help prevent that from happening, that can help our next generation from falling in that trap of sex trafficking. It has opened my eye, besides her book, it has opened my eyes to see how easy manipulated these girls can get. They're so young and their minds are still developing. So because of that, you become easily manipulated, and it's up to us, to change that and to change the way we know better. You know better. You don't need to act like you know better, but you can help because you know better. And I feel that, I know this is supposed to be a book review, but I'm so strong on the sex trafficking topic that I want us to really go deep into. I want people to read this book. I really do. I want you guys to read this book with an open mind. download it. I'll send a link to download the book. Download the book. Watch the series. Watch the YouTube channel, whatever it's on, and actually understand the different levels of sex trafficking that there are. Not just what we see on the TV, not just what we hear about. Sexual grooming, the way that happens, it makes me sick, makes me throw up. I am saddened to know that there are people close to me that has gone through it, that has experienced it, and it hurts to know that our government is not doing anything about it. But I've realized that I don't think it's just our justice system. I feel that it's our minds. I feel that it's the way we see it, and I think that is what we lack in our country. We're lacking understanding of what really happened and how things really came about and how things happened. This shit about why didn't you this, why didn't you that, there's always too much questions. We're always asking questions. We should stop asking questions and just find fucking solutions to this shit. Somebody tells you a story and then just, why didn't you get out? Why are you asking that question? What the fuck is that? What is it gonna help when the person's already out of it? How is it gonna help that person when they're now already out of it? You're gonna ask them, why did they not do it sooner? They should have known sooner. It's not gonna make a difference. It's not gonna change the fact that they've already gone through it. The judgment that they received at that time, it's already been drugged into them, and now we are adding to it. We're walking down the street and it's like, yo, ek sal nooit laat my kind so aantrekkie. Do you know what? That is what's making the children actually just turn around and say this to us, and what's making them more disrespectful towards those that are actually trying to help them. And I can't even find the words for this, fuck's sake. It's like, somebody telling me that you can't do it. So now I'm going to show you, I'm going to do something that you don't like. And that is what happens at the end of the day. And I think it's so important that we deal with these things and we face it. And I think I've been wanting to talk about this for so long, and I never got a chance to do it. And I'm doing it now. I'm still a bit not speechless. I'm still at a loss for a lot of words. But I just want you guys to please read the book. Read Cyntoia Brown-Long. Free Cyntoia. Read the book. Do more research. Understand what it's like for our children, and understand how difficult it is to just get out of things. It is not that easy. We as the older generation needs to accept it. We need to not be judgmental. We need to open our eyes to these things. And we need to actually acknowledge that the shit is happening around us. It's not girls being ogat. It's not them wanting to sit on somebody's lap because they think they're quiet. We don't know if they're being forced to do that. We really don't. And we need to start questioning those shit. If you see something like that, you need to start questioning it. It's up to us now. And I think that if once you read the book, you'll understand it more. Not that I didn't understand it. I knew it was just in a more different world. I've always read books like these, and my eyes has just been opened so differently that it made me realize how much work we have. So please download the book, buy the book, whatever it is you need to do. Get your freaking hands on these books, on this book, Free Cyntoia by Cyntoia Brown-Long. Also, subscribe to my channel, Kanala. I will try and do more home videos as we go along. Okay. So I will try to do more of these. I will try to do more of the at-home chills. I'm not at my home, but it's so nice. I love my little tree at the back. Let me know what you guys want to talk about. Let me know. There's some new things that is coming up on. I know this is my first video in a while, but I'm going to be bringing some guests online as well. We're going to be gonna come back. We're coming back soon. Don't worry, with a bit of a different feel to it, but I am definitely coming back. Thanks guys for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for all the support for the past year. Can't believe it's been a year already that I've been doing this, but thank you so much.